Thank you so much, Chair. DM, earlier on you testified SAPS, this institution, is intact. What is your understanding of the words intact?
The ability and the capability to execute your responsibilities that are assigned to you, fighting crime, doing policing in the country. I think we are doing exactly that. Of course, we can do more and better, but at the moment, the response that we are giving clearly demonstrate that we have got a police service. Yes, there are challenges. I acknowledge that as well.
All right. You said intact. South Africa has been waiting for 2 months for the crime stats. What is your response to that?
Well, it's unfortunate that we did not release the crime stats.
So that's definitely not intact. Am I right, no, DM? We cannot say we are intact when we've been waiting for 2 months. It keeps on being delayed for crime stats that needs to tell us where we're at as a country.
Well, that is not a reflection of the fact that we are not intact. It's just there were delays in signing off. That's it, and the changes that took place. But that is not a reason enough or an explanation that one can give that SAPS is not intact because of that.
And also, over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've had 40 people murdered on the Cape Flats as a result of lack of resources and understanding and strategy. Is SAPS intact?
It is. The challenges of the Cape Flats, it's a serious concern to us. That's why we had an extensive discussion around how we are structured at SAPS and how best we can be structured so that we are able to respond to the challenges that our people in the Cape Flats are confronted with. One murder is one too many. We are worried, and we believe that the organogram that we have adopted will enable us to respond appropriately to the weaknesses that are there, and we will be able, working with our communities, to respond to the challenges that they are confronted with.
Minister, I think our understanding of the word intact is completely different, but I'm going to leave it there. I also want to know, you testified that you were shocked, that you were dissatisfied, that you saw in the media. Did you say or did you do anything about you being dissatisfied? Because it's either you are participating or you are a bystander.
I'm not a bystander in the ministry. I'm a participant. And we do interact with the minister and the national commissioner on things that affect or confront the police in the country.
Minister, you've also said you've made mention of PKTT. We've had former witnesses come and say that it was the PKTT was only budgeted and funded for operations within KZN. Was it a national PKTT as per Minister Mtunu, or was it just for the province?
Well, the genesis of the PKTT found its expression in KZN. And the work...
Sorry, Minister, I'm asking, you're saying it finds its expression in KZN.
Yes.
Was it funded, was the budget allocation only for KZN, or was it for national operations?
It's well, the last request came from the CFO nationally to finance what they are doing. Their work is not confined to KZN.
We know that, Minister. We're speaking specifically up to the budget, the operational budget, because I've asked these questions to several other witnesses, and no one's able to give us a direct answer.
I know that there was allocation which were approved by the CFO.
Yes, we know that all allocations are approved by the CFO, but I'm still asking, was this for KZN or was it for national operations?
For the PKTT.
I'm asking, was it for national, the budget allocation? Was it for national or was it for KZN? Because the minister insisted on the N. And when Minister Bheki Cele came, he said, no, he's not familiar, he's not aware of the N. So I'm asking you, that's been walking alongside Minister Bheki Cele for 5 years, was the N there or not? Was it national or not?
The funding?
Yes, the funding, was it for operations We know funding comes from national, but I'm asking the funding, the budget, the operational budget, was it for KZN or was it for national? And even if we have to spend the day asking this question, it's fine.
No, that's okay. The funding that they are given to do work where they are assigned.
Which is KZN.
No, they have been to the Eastern Cape, they have operated there. We have had problems in Mpumalanga. We have said they must also focus on Mpumalanga. In Gauteng, I mean, even the provincial commissioner did mention that they were assisting here in Gauteng. So they are not necessarily confined to work in KZN. Mind you, the head of the PKTT is General Kumalo, who is head of CI based in Pretoria.
It's really sad that everyone that has appeared before us is unable to answer that very simple question. Considering that you said to us that you partook in several meetings discussing, you knew the involvement about the formation, because usually on the cover page when we have a NAT joint operation, it would actually outline the budget. You and I know this, DM. And here today, because that budget would speak to accommodation, it would speak to vehicles, it would speak to, obviously you can't process a case and you can't attend a court case in Gauteng when you're on KZN. If you don't have a budget for it. And this is what I've been trying to determine. Was there a budget nationally? We know things that happens in all other provinces, but the budget allocation, was it for those members to work across provinces?
I mean, yes, they were doing work outside KZN also.
Minister, you know what? This morning I was asking myself, why were you here? But I want to thank you. I'm not going to be long and listen to my own voice. I want to thank you for coming, because I thought that we needed to focus on the big fish, you know, and just call you later on. But if anything, I appreciated your testimony today, because it has proven that we need to do away with ministers, deputy ministers. If anything that needs to be disbanded or disestablished, it's deputy ministers. Thank you, Chair.
Chair?
Chief Whip.
No, thanks, Chair. No, with due respect, I don't think that is appropriate for us or any of us to refer to those who came before us as big fishes or big fish. I don't know what's the right expression. Yeah, and therefore insinuate that the witness who's before us today is a small fish. I don't think that is acceptable, Chair, because the reason we invited all witnesses, we never agreed on their weight. We agreed on witnesses. So now, when there's a big and a small fish, where was that decided?
Chief Whip, let me give the member a standing ovation for having been consistent with the time that has been the practice with all other members. And no, wait. I must forever remind you as members that when you invite a person to your house, you have a duty to hospitality. And when we are gathered like this, we are the leadership of this country. Any citizen of this country who is following us, who has intention to appear before us, if they happen to come here, when they leave, they must still leave this house with their integrity intact. They must feel more proud about being South African. SC, there are 3 members left. That is Honorable Ntuli, that is Honorable Skosana, and that is Honorable Kola Barnett. So, No, I'm reading the list. If she doesn't speak, she will come and say, I'm not speaking.
We're done. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. So there are 2 members left. So we are going to take a 10 minutes break.